Give me the boring man. The one who goes to work, comes home, calls when he says he will. The one who isn't out chasing attention, not entertaining every woman who smiles at him, not creating chaos just to keep life interesting. Give me the man who values peace, the man who is consistent, the man whose actions match his words. Because the truth is, the men people call boring are often the ones who bring stability. They're not confusing. They're not unpredictable. They're not playing games. They're building a life. And when you've experienced enough drama, consistency starts to look very attractive. So, yes, give me the boring man because peace will always be more valuable than excitement.
Suddenly, a lot of women are coming out saying, give me the boring man. I don't want the exciting man anymore. And I just want to be the one to tell you, no, you can't get the good guy. Why would a good, valuable man want a woman who never recognized the value in his good qualities, and you're referring to his good qualities as boring? Referring to balance, discipline, calmness, and emotional stability as boring is delusional. Suddenly, a lot of women are coming out saying, give me the boring man. I don't want the exciting man anymore. And I just want to be the one to tell you, no, you can't get the good guy. Why would a good, valuable man want a woman who never recognized the value in his good qualities, and you're referring to his good qualities as boring? Referring to balance, discipline, calmness, and emotional stability as boring is delusional.
I hear what these women are saying. I hear what these women are saying. But you know what? The game's moved on. For the most part, those guys are no longer around. That's it. It's done. It's kind of strange, you know. Kind of strange. Because the men they should have been getting with, like, you know, back in the day, these same women, before all this thug promotion, doing all this self-destructive behavior and this excitement, you know, as an ex-girlfriend of mine perfectly put it back in the day, women don't want Mr. Right because they're too busy having fun with Mr. Wrong. So all that is all caught up with them now. So now they hit at a very late age. They want to switch it up now and get that kind of guy. You see, a number of points need to be made here. These women don't understand, that men don't stay in the same place. Okay, that dead geeky guy, that 9 to 5 guy, whatever it is, the guy you thought was boring and a bit of a, deadbeat guy and a bit of a mug, he's not staying in the same place you thought he was back in the day. Okay, I'm actually going through something very similar now. Actually, some ex-girlfriend from way back, decades ago, trying to phone man's phone, and the way she did it was comical. Like, try and make out she was someone else, and then she said to me, "Guess what? You talk to a lot of women, don't you?" Because when I didn't know who it was, I totally didn't know who it was. Girl thinks she can phone me back after decades because I got the same number. That's got to change. Girl tried to phone me back, and he said to me, "Yeah, you must talk to a lot of women." You know what I said? Yeah, I do actually. And that's a madness. Because the old tapped from when she knew me, and we're talking like, I'm gonna surprise you. This is like some teenage love business. Yeah, I did say decades. Back in the day when man was just not coming out, but man was, man was there, but not to the levels we are now. So the whole point I'm trying to make is, these women think these guys stay in the same place as they were back in the day, and they don't. In fact, what's happened now, what's happened is that nice guy now has become, he's seen so much now, and has had to adjust and adapt so much that he now has become more of the, let's say, bad guy. Okay, those nice tendencies have gone now. So before we could go back in there and walk back in there and, "Oh, hi, it's me," and then continue where he left off, and then continue how it was, and he's going to be working for you, you'll be at home, and he's going to come home, and all that kind of flowers and all that kind of old school BS, that kind of like Tyler Perry soul food nonsense, that kind of crap. No, He's going to want to see you go through a few hoops first. He's going to want to see you qualify yourself, you know. Because even the average guy now has got one or two women floating around. Or he'll be so embittered by you, maybe not in a bad way, that he's not going to be prepared to give you that chance again. Because it's a big white world out there. And let's not forget, especially in places like London, you know, when these women actually dropped the ball was, you know, back in the day, things were more, you know, there was more of a micro segregation going on. Like, you know, you had, you know, London's always been a melting pot, but you've always had people in their own lane. Like, you know, the black guy with his public enemy and his, you know, his KRS-One and stay in his lane. And, you know, this whole interracial, this whole IR dating thing was a rarity back in the day, you know? In fact, if you did that back in the day, let's say early 90s, when a lot of these women were on the come up, you'd be seen as, you know, a sellout kind of thing. But now it's the norm, okay? I mean, the stats say that 48% of melanated men in the UK have women of other races than their own, you know? One of the fastest growing groups in terms of IR dating, in terms of offspring, like, you know, in terms of trend and offspring, mixed race children have the fastest growing trend. Not the largest, because that's being contended by me, you know, because a lot of Caucasian men and Asian women, Caucasian men and Asian women have children. But as a shooting trend over the last decades or so has been mixed race children, you know, Afro-Caribbean, African and Caucasian children. But where these women fell down, yeah, is because of their antics, yeah. And, you know, as I'm going to go into in a minute, yeah, go into more detail. Not so much the antics, but what they were attracted to, yeah. Mr. Excitement, you know, Mr. Bashment, Mr. Ghetto. You know, I'm going to go into that in a little bit in a minute. But because of what they were on, yeah, the game changed naturally. So when the game changes, I mean, look elsewhere, outside their region, outside their group, wherever it was, and, you know, really and truly, you know, they're probably looking at their friend that they had a bit more sense, chose the right kind of guy, and seeing them all married now, you know, still married to this day, and they're like, hold on, that should be me, you know. There's another video on my page. Do you have a look? The MZ Gemzy video, who's, you know, a very good TikToker, very nice person. She said herself, you know, fucking they've been all married now, but I was too busy running around with Mr. Wrong and Mr. Excitement. Her words, you know. She put it that way. Well said. But going back to what I was going to say, yeah, I mean, the problem was this, yeah. All these reasonably nice guys, and when I say nice, I mean nice in the conventional sense, not nice in what black women not nice in what black women don't like kind of sense, but nice, normal, middle of the road, nice guys, sociable, go to work, come home, friendly, wonderful, just normal, good, nice guys, yeah, who are the ones holding on to good jobs now, I hasten to add, because they are, yeah. These normal, nice guys, yeah, aren't really going to be picking up you anyway, you know, to be honest. I mean, the girl is in the studio is more geared towards her, because I think the girl in the cars is just reflecting from a sense, from a position of sense and greater empathy. The other girls talking from an angle of regret and wanting those kind of guys. The fact is, nah, too much has gone on, especially in this community. That it's not going to happen. It's unworkable. You know, especially in melting pot cities. It just can't happen. You know. Because too much has gone on. Too much has gone on in terms of the negative history. The negative history that was there. That's all it is. That's all it is. So these women now have gone full circle, and now they're trying to scrape and scrape for that guy, for that decent guy. The problem is, again, there's a strong trend of women doing the same thing. The same way there's a strong trend of women chasing the bad guy, Mr. Wrong. Decades later now, there's this big trend of women wanting the right man. So he's got choice now. But the mad thing is, he's still gonna knock you. Still not gonna be interested in knock you back, because a lot of these guys are on different things. You know, these guys are probably working head down, got their misses, so he's not gonna leave his woman and his child for you, because you click your fingers and now you're ready. Now, is he? You know, a lot of these guys have partners overseas. They go to Thailand to do dirtiness. Well, not I take rewind. They go to Thailand and do their thing. I'm not going to put labels on people's behaviour. But yeah, so ultimately, and the bad thing is, a lot of these women have got children anyway. So they've got children from Mr. Wrong. So, and children from Mr. Wrong, the child's all growing up now. So they think, yeah, my kid's growing up. I can go back in the dating field. It's dead. It's dead. There's no one out here. It's done. There's nothing going on. So you're done 2 times. That's all it is, you know? And funnily enough, a lot of guys still of a late age still want to have children. So they want that, you know, that younger girl who's still 30, 31, 32, looking to have kids, you know? It is what it is. Anyway, you know how we do. As per usual. It's all facts, no ideas. Later.